All right. Starting tomorrow, you're going to start on your first Scratch coding projects. Up here on the home screen, you guys can see Create, Explore, Ideas. If you go into Ideas, real quick up here at the top, scroll down, and these are all the tutorials. Well, some of the tutorials we'll be doing. Chase games, we'll be making music. Creating a story is what we'll actually start with a little bit today. We won't do a whole lot of the animating characters because sensing. But anyway, Explore. Instead of you guys having to search through different projects, you can actually click on Explore and just kind of scroll through all the other ones that kids do across the country. But all I want you to do now is go to Create. Some of you got to mess around with this yesterday, but quite a few of you didn't. Should look familiar. Over here you have your motion, moving, turning, basically making your character move, looks, your text bubbles, thought bubbles, switching costumes, changing backdrops, change size, basically changing the physical appearance of it. Sound, make sounds, different pitch, high sounds, low sounds. Events, when this happens, then this is just going to come next. Under control, those are repeats, forevers, if-then scenarios, and then sensing. If this cat is touching, something purple, then it's going to turn around and move the other way. You can code it to do that. But anyway, all I want you to do for now is if you want to use this cat for today, that's fine. But if you don't ever want to use what's called a sprite, click this the trash button right there. And then to create a new sprite down here, I guess another cat face. Scroll through here for just a quick second. You have animals, people, fantasy. My favorite one is Frank. That's the one I'll be using today. So I want you to go through and click any sprite on there that you want. I'll give you just a second to do that. Frank's under fantasy. All right, once you have your sprite clicked, if you look down here, gives you the name, its location on the XY, the coordinate plane. The size 100. Obviously, Frank's looking a little too big to be where he's at right now, so you can adjust the size. I might put, 50. That's too small. So I'm going to go 75. Wow. 75. That seems good to me. Okay, you can click, drag them anywhere. We'll change them here on the coordinates. Okay, so once you have your sprite selected, over here to the right of that is your backdrop. Go ahead and click on that. Again, they're fantasy, music, sports, outdoors, indoors, outer space, underwater. I don't care which one you pick. Just take a second to choose a backdrop and we'll get going on some of the coding. So Frank, for mine, he's going to be on the beaches of Malibu today. Everybody got a background yet?
Yeah.
No. All right. Once you have your background selected, come back here to the code section and click on Control. No, not Control. Events. The yellow button. Well, we're going to start with everything we do. Everything's going to be when the green flag is clicked.
That just means start.
Yep, so what this means, whatever you code in here will not happen until you click the green flag at the top. So let's say, I'm going to start with something simple with you. We're going to go to looks. I guess that's kind of a dark purple. So with Mr. Frank, I'm going to click on the very top code here. I'm going to say hello. I'm going to say, I'm bored today. And again, you guys just type a little message. It doesn't have to be I'm bored today, but just something short. And just keep him saying it for about 2 seconds. It gives us a lot of time to process through everything. Okay, now what I would do after that, I'm going to come down here to Control, and I'm going to select the wait 1 second. Yeah. Say, is it under looks? It should be at the very top under looks.
No, it says switch background control.
Scroll up. Because I see where, yeah, here's your switch background. There should be up above it.
Mine doesn't have any.
Yours doesn't have it either? Here, let me check that out real quick. Yours has it.
I got it.
Oh, it's because, so it doesn't matter what kind of motion you have. Just hit this one and see what happens. Weird, okay. Oh, for those of you that don't have the say hello, let's just have you guys on here. You're going to go straight into motion. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to, under motion, click on glide for 1 second. This is what you guys are clicking. The ones that don't have the background thing, you don't have it either?
I don't have motion at all.
Just to maybe make it easier, go back into backgrounds, go to outdoors, and click on the same one I have, because maybe some backgrounds may not have certain codes, other ones does. So click Beach Malibu under outdoors. Didn't change your thing, huh? Is it the character? What sprite do you have? Pick Frank.
Yeah.
Does it have all of them now?
Yeah.
Okay. So you get that, Des?
Maybe their sprite just couldn't talk because he's mute.
Maybe. Maybe that's what it is. So, anyway, so when the green flag is clicked, he's going to say, or they're going to say, I'm bored today. Back to control. Make sure you pull out the wait 1 second. Gives them time to get that message through. Another say, for mine, I'm going to say, I'm going to go for a walk. Okay, so here's, code should be pretty simple so far. I'm bored today. Wait 1 second. I'm going to go for a walk. And then once you get that, go ahead and put another, wait 1 second. Everybody got that? Mm-hmm. All right, so back under sensing. Just kidding, I'm sorry. It's under motion, my bad. Under motion, you're going to scroll down until you see glide for how many ever seconds to a certain point on the coordinate plane. Okay, this is the easiest way to get him to move from point A to point B without it being too jumpy. So, Mr. Frank here, I want him to go from one end to there. I want him to end here. So I'm going to look at see what it has under the X. Like I'm going to change this to 152. And I'm going to change Y to -11 because that's where I want him to end up. And because I want this to take a little bit of time, I don't want him to make that trip in 1 second, so I might put, I don't know, 3. Y'all got that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. So just for fun, go ahead and push the green flag at the top and then see how it goes for you. And he slides to the left. Everybody, did it work the way it's supposed to? Awesome. All right. Now you're going to make a secondary character for him to interact with. So click back under sprites.
Do we put him back to where he was?
Yeah, it's easier for you to just click and drag it back to where it was. So you're going to find another sprite. I do this one. Let's keep it all the same so we don't get super confused. How about we do under animals, we do a bear walking. And again, he's pretty large, a lot bigger than Frank, so let's put him down to 75 in size as well. All right, everyone's got their second character? All right, now we're going to program him to do something along with Frank. So obviously we're going to keep it pretty simple again. We're just going to have him walk. So, but here's the thing. Here's where it gets tricky with the animation thing. You're going to have to coordinate it and time it according to what Frank's doing. So remember, he's saying, I'm bored today for 2 seconds. Then he's waiting a second. So when this is all said and done, we might have to go through here and wait a couple more seconds so the bear can, say something and wouldn't be all jumbled together. So again, this is going to be one of the lamer stories you'll ever make. Okay, so you're gonna well, I say that until we actually do it on your own. So when the green flag is clicked, instead of talking, we're going to make him wait. Because Frank is talking for the first 2 seconds, we might have him wait for 2 seconds. Got that so far? Okay, and then we'll go to glide. Actually, hold on, before we do that, I'm sorry. We probably need to go ahead and put his talking in there. So back under looks. He's going to say, me too. I know that's a huge twist in the plot. But for right now, just type in me too, and he's going to walk with him. Okay, now once you have that in there, remember this is going to be timed pretty carefully because we have the bear waiting for 2 seconds, saying me too for 2 seconds. So right here with Frank, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By the time he says I'm going for a walk, that's 5 seconds. So how long was the bear going to have to wait before they actually start walking? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds, and then Frank moves. What do we have here so far?
2, 4.
4. So we're going to have to wait how much longer? Yeah, 2 more seconds. So back under control, we're going to wait 2 more seconds. Okay, the same thing with the Frank. We're going to glide. So we're going to pick a spot on the deal where we want him to go. Mine's going to be at 124, negative 103. Oops, 103. All right. Once you have that, go ahead and go. Let's see how it times out. I'm bored today. Me too. I'm going to go for a walk. And they're off. Pretty simple, right? Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add a backdrop. So they're walking on the beach. You know what? Let's make them go to outer space. The Twilight Zone right here, the neon tunnel. So again, if I was going to, am I going too fast? Again, choose backdrop.
I have a question.
Yes.
Are we supposed to be doing exactly what you're doing?
Similar. If you're at least following those guidelines.
I have different characters.
Oh, no, yeah, that's fine. Just know that some of the characters like Tabor and Destiny Found don't have the same commands.
Yeah, but
as long as they're the same commands, I don't care.
In the second time, the bear, it couldn't do any of the stuff, but after I added it as a secondary, it could.
It's weird. Well, I guess it should be a guessing game from now on. We're going to choose a secondary backdrop. Let's, again, go to... I really don't care which one you pick because backdrop doesn't matter in terms of code, so I'm going to pick the neon tunnel. Okay. Then you will come down here. As soon as they're done walking, you're going to have to switch the backdrop to the neon tunnel for both of them. So under looks, switch backdrop, and that's after they glide. Switch backdrop after glide. And mine says neon tunnel because that's where I'm at on whatever you guys pick. That's what it should say. All right. So now on this one, how many of you picked the neon tunnel? A couple of you did. How many of you guys did something space? That'll work. Okay. So now we're going to put in under control a repeat. Actually, you know what? Instead of repeat, let's go forever.